Let you know what you're getting into.
Right. First, we all have to get matching tattoos.
Yeah. No, it's gonna be great. Yeah, but what we're doing is, as you know, we have these other projects that we've been developing. We've
Right.
got, we got some internal funding, from Lehigh for watershed explorers. So we're developing the version we developed, it's too big.
Right.
It's long. So we're developing 3 shorter versions. Junior's got the first one just about done, and then we've got to develop the other 2 shorter versions. And what we want to do is get those built, put into headsets. So there's gonna be, so it's all works, you know, the full version works great in desktop VR, but now we got to think about the headset and the interfaces.
Okay.
So I got funding for 8 Oculus Quest 2 headsets that
Okay.
we're going to purchase very soon. And so it'd be taking from desktop VR to headset VR and testing, and then we'll get people and test it with real people and stuff. And that's what we're doing.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Sounds fun.
Yeah. And so it's nice to have a nice skill set that we developed this summer that when we start then moving with this project that we're working on.
Then I get to see that.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah.
Good news.
Yeah. It's fun.
He's 6.
Yeah. Where's Bobby?
Obvious.
Kavya is
Oh,
joining
gracious.
online because she had a meeting with, last time with a professor. It's, I took notes in the pre-meeting notes.
Okay, cool. Kavya, can you hear us okay?
We cannot. do it.
Yeah, we can't hear. I love it. And can she hear it? Can we see you? Is it, you got enough bandwidth? We could actually see you.
If you
Katya?
just gesture at us, then we'll know what you're saying.
Yay, we can see you
All
now.
right, now we're gonna try to fix our speakers.
I already fixed, you can speak, Kavya.
All right, got to speak a little louder. We got to turn the volume up a little bit. Okay.
Um, okay, let's, yeah.
Jen's here. So happy to see you.
I'm so happy to do that.
How are things going?
We're going.
Good start. They all using the chat GPT now.
Oh, my God, I wish. Nobody would believe that it came from them, unfortunately. But it's interesting because my father-in-law had an argument with me 20 years ago that if he ever got an application or a resume or something that had been written by somebody else, he would fire that employee for plagiarism. Yes, because I used to write resumes for people. But I guess I should have put a little note down on the bottom, constructed the author.
Especially because this is similar to peer reviewing in academia. There are some journals that are reviewed for, and at the end, they have this like, oh, make sure that your contribution is recognized and whatever. So that we say that whether we want our name to be on the publication or not as the reviewer, but they also have like, did anyone besides you take part like in the revising process? So that it seems that if somebody helped you put that resume or do something, it should be acknowledged that this other party also took part, right? So I think that's fair game as long as it's correctly communicated, because all parties will have credits.
I don't do it anymore. I also used to do people who wanted.
So like a quick question, in Quan, the text you put here from Quan, it says that he didn't write his report. Is that the sprint report?
Yeah, I don't know, like he said that he didn't write the last week because he couldn't find it. So I put in the very top of our meeting notes is like sprint report done. And today I put the folder in Google Drive. So you should always save that as a bookmark or whatever, right? Yeah, I don't know how else I can help with this.
Did you message Quan to let him know?
I also messaged him to understand what exactly taking a look at the sound manager means, but he couldn't reply timely. So what I think we can do is to see in plastic.
I think Juan and I are planning to meet up to start putting in some music. So maybe you were looking into that. Yeah,
Yeah, so according to the plastic history, it hasn't checked in since last week. Because we had Jonah, the lab, Jayan, Jonah, and Kavya. So maybe he thought he checked in, or so that's. Anyways. And something that he just reminded us, like, thank you, Shanu, for helping us for the past 3 weeks with the sprint report. Now we need to pass the baton to another person.
Who's done it already this semester? Did it already? It is. Okay, so
It's either Kavya or Nate.
Kavya, Nate, and Quan, you said did it already? Or no?
No.
Tell you what,
It's,
a
yeah,
better way to know where the sprint report is than to be the person in charge of the sprint report. So,
I agree completely.
All right.
And this is also like, you weren't there, so you cannot reply because.
we're not framing it that way. He's sick, but he's not like, bailing on us to go to Vegas or something.
Just make sure you clearly communicate to him.
Wait, did you go to Vegas?
I did. That's where I went.
And then
That's-
you're,
that's what
you're
the car
gonna,
accident
you're gonna be
happened.
meeting with him too, probably, you said.
No association.
And you told me the other day you're a manager now, right?
I wasn't junior. I'm not entirely sure what you meant by that, so I think that's something we're gonna need to figure out.
Well, he did a nice website, like a dev site to highlight, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
so it's great.
Yeah.
But as part of being a manager, I mean, you can, help manage
I
quantum.
actually, I saw him after the meeting, picking up a fuel cell in back in Moeller that somebody had left there, and it was like leaking fuel all over the place. So they were,
But like what Dr. Bodzin is saying is that like one of the behaviors that we have as project managers is just checking in with everyone to make sure that they are not lost or whatever. And I think what I haven't done is to add you. We have Google Spaces for each cohort of project, and every semester, every year that these students cycle, I remove them and I put in a greater group that is like River Lab senior members, so we still have contact with them, and I add the new one, so it's easier for us to talk to them and vice versa. So I'm gonna add you there. Like, it's not like crazy stuff, but sometimes they send a message there and we can see it firsthand.
Okay, Johnny, did you communicate with Phil Whitney? Yeah, about the summer.
Yes.
Okay, great. All right,
It
perfect.
says I've confirmed and locked it.
Okay. So,
I think more people who can help Quan with the sprint report, the better, since he's not here today. It's awesome.
yeah.
Again, why do we do that? That's very important to know. Why do we do that? Because this is a chance for us to develop some communication and professional skills and time, project management skills in a safe space, right? We can make mistakes here. It's low stakes. So it's better for us to have this chances because it can be repeated. Janelle has done at least 3 times already. So she has gotten lots of experience, she's leveled up. And then we also, we want everyone to be able to have these chances and not having these chances when they are required to do so in their workplace, right? So that's why.
All right, so let's start chugging through what folks did over the past week. And unless somebody wants to go first, actually, wait, Kavya, you have to hop off, right, for a meeting? Okay, can we have you walk us through what you did first?
Let me start sharing my screen.
Yeah, Junior, can she share her screen?
Yes, she can. I set up the Zoom meeting for the River Lab to be always like very democratic.
Thank you, sir.
And can you see my screen now?
Yep.
Okay, perfect. So the first thing that I worked on was the colliders for, because before the piece was running into all the pieces on the diorama and it was like messing it up. So once this loads, I can show you what I did for that. Yeah. So before it was like stuck in all of these pieces and it just wouldn't go through. So now it would just like, we can just move it there and it's still interactable. Because last time I did it, it wasn't interactable. So now it won't go into any of these pieces, like any of these mountains.
Do things get stuck anymore? Like that piece that you were picking up,
Yeah,
stuck on the mountains?
it gets, that's the area that I was working on. It gets stuck here. If I try to like move it from this angle, I'm not sure what the issue is here. I'm still trying to figure out why it gets stuck only in this spot if I'm at this angle. But if I'm on like from this side, it'll be fine.
Kavya, can you undock the game view to the right so that we see both the scene view and the game view while you're playing?
Like,
Undock it to have it side by side.
would that just be through like,
Drag and attach it somewhere else. So now, while you're playing, you can also adjust the camera on the scene view for you to see where the collision is actually happening.
Oh,
so
So it seems this area doesn't have a collider.
no, there should be a huge collider like right here. So this collider spans this entire area.
Can you turn the camera around for us to see from the back of the piece? I mean, on the scene view. We don't see the collider line, so it should be down, right?
Like there's a collider right here. I've placed it so it doesn't like run into these mountains here. I've lost.
I wonder, have you checked the physics material of both objects, the one that you're dragging and the one from the collider? Because if there's some physics like attrition.
Are you recording?
Yes, we are recording. Thanks for reminding us. If there's something like attrition, it might give this impression that the object doesn't like slide very well. And this would be when you click the game object here in the hierarchy, you need to see the inspector window for you to see the material, the physics material here, frictionless. So that's good for the colliders in the center. What about the one, the pieces here? Like pick this other piece and see the physics material. Oh, there's none. Maybe you can add like a frictionless physics material to increase the, or to ensure that there is no force like hindering this movement. But that's very interesting because
Oh yeah, that fixed it.
do you fix it?
yeah.
Yeah, before at this angle, it would keep on getting stuck here, but it doesn't do that anymore.
Oh,
Nice job, Junior.
cool. Nice.
Yeah.
Systems are suffering daily, right? Alrighty, so Kavya, anything else that we should be helping you see in this system that you created very well? Thank you. Or that you'd like to ask?
On top of the colliders, I also worked on just the final cutscene as well, making it up to 15 seconds. And in our meeting, we talked about various different implementations. So I have 3 different implementations that we talked about. So the first one is like the flowy cuts, where like instead of just like dry cuts between scenes, it'll go straight, like it'll like flow from one camera to the other.
Mhm.
So for this one, I would have here.
Oh, it's not maximized on me, so. Oh, you maximize the scene view.
Sorry, hold on.
You hit, oh, okay, good. It's gonna work now.
So like the cuts actually flow together, and it's 14 seconds long, not 15, only because it felt like really slow when I was doing 1 second more. And
Like, from last time, I really see the difference. You were able to put the dash go like first. So it traces the itinerary and then the train goes. And then you had a slight change of cameras.
yes,
And then, yeah, what you were saying before about the different cuts, this is not a
So-
dry cut, right?
no, these are the flowy cuts.
Did you make a dry cut as well?
Yes, I did.
What kind of cut she said that was?
Flowy, we don't know the name. The Dr. Helmut started this. Putting names of the cuts, we don't know what it is. So dry cut in our working of operational definition is like, you cut it and you are in the next camera already. And a flowy one, it's like when there's movement. So let's see a dry cut now.
This would be the dry cut.
Mhm. I like the dry cut better.
And this would also be a dry cut. I wasn't liking like the ending dry cut, so my original one was the first one is a dry cut and the second one is a flowy cut. So like it's like best of both worlds. But I'm not sure which you guys like the best.
Let me just give feedback. I loved Kavia's approach because she considered all feedback from different weeks. She brought to us today 3 versions. So she brought one that had the flowy cut. She brought the one that we suggested with the dry cuts, but she also considered and is suggesting a 3rd version, which has the best of the both worlds. So
Can we see all 3 again?
the 3rd one we got Imagine.
All right.
And
So-
I have it right here.
Do you also have it?
Yes.
But yeah, just kind of again walk through all 3. If we can have it.
Yep. This is gonna be the 3rd one. So it's gonna be first dry and then second flow.
Mhm. So the dry cut happened already, and now it's a flowy cut.
And I'll look flow. That's it.
Show it again. Please.
Have you checked in? Because if you have, maybe I can play here on my end, because when you broadcast via Zoom, there is lag for the user.
But yeah, I've checked in all of these.
So maybe we can see that here. But it's not that laggy, that's good.
Would you like to see the other cuts as well, or this one again?
That second one would be fixed. That would have to be done, right?
I'm sorry, what?
That second one would be fixing that complete, right?
Yeah, she said that she included all the changes.
Which was this one just now?
No, this was ready already, so yeah. Kavya, which one are you playing now? Flowy or dry?
I can play flowy now. So that was the flowy, and I can play the dry now again.
While Katia is showing all the versions, how do you feel about the dash line disappearing? Should it stay or should it disappear?
I should actually stay.
I'm
expected.
But he's nodding like this. I'm with you, Dr. Pen. I feel like it should be a little longer. What about you, Dr. Hen?
Like the dash line is just there so that you mentally notice this path. And it should disappear because we're just saying it's not part of the diagram. This is
Okay.
just like to,
A visual cue. to
yeah,
help,
we're
yes.
highlighting this pathway. But the path is the railroad.
Okay. So the
And
way it's
this-
cued, Katia, don't worry.
And this will be just like the full dry cuts.
Dry. Wait,
I don't know what that happened.
there was a glitch that makes you're confused now.
I don't know what that's happening.
It doesn't matter, like, let's not, this is Unity, it's not you. I would like, I really like the dry cut, it's just like a PowerPoint presentation. The more like flowy transitions you have, it detracts from the user's attention. The dry cut is really showing. This is what we should see, frees your mind, like it's going, and then the dash line is showing where it's going. And then it cuts and shows where the train is arriving at.
Nice having them meet at the same time.
Good morning.
That's luck, right?
Yeah, that's not planned.
That's like, because if we wanted to do this manually, there was a lot of work.
It almost makes me wish that the train had a car that could be out too. But that would probably be a lot of additional work.
Yeah, this train we have is like like an existent 3D model. We just put it for the development sake. Just like Daphne suggested that we work on the boat, maybe it's time for us to think about the train as well.
We did
Yeah.
talk about that Friday.
With the boat, I'm trying to make it back. I have plunder here. I've been trying to like make it more box or bigger box more. More box.
What is the reference picture you're using, Jonathan?
This?
Yeah,
I was using, so the picture, when you play one of the puzzles, you see like a
Yeah.
2D,
there is also a photo that we can show you, showing the boat from top view, so we can see how the boat is really. Yeah,
that'd
it can help.
That'd be nice.
Yeah.
How many, Kavya, how many seconds is that running right now?
Right now, they're all 14 seconds.
I would say maybe we should watch Jonah's cussing, then we can decide to keep it consistent, either about the dry or flow, about time.
Mine's not dry cuts, maybe.
By the way, there's smash cuts. If it's cut,
That's the word you use, right?
just leaping to a different perspective. Smash cut.
Wiki.
I would like to abdicate from voting because for me, both are cool. I don't think this is what we should be worrying now. It's gonna be only for the 2D version. The VR version is gonna be different. So
So Jonah, can you show us?
thank you, Kavya. That was amazing.
Should be
Yeah, thank you. I also have one question before we move on. Yep, on Friday's meeting, we talk about the train being green, but I'm not sure what the reference picture for like what color green it is, so I can change the color of the train would be.
That's a great question. If you open puzzle 2D in the folder like puzzles or scenes, puzzle 2B, you will have the colors for the train. And then you can extract with a color eye drop kind of tool.
Okay,
You
perfect.
can
Thank
always
you.
like have a time with me so I can help you with that if you don't know what I'm talking about. Thank you.
Thank you, Kavya.
Thanks, Tavia.
All right.
Should I show here?
For sure.
Yep.
I tried to make the flow, Mr. Boston mentioned that flow was kind of like jumpy. I tried to make it slower, but I could always modify that. It takes like, take long to do that, so. Let me know if it's too, wow.
Is it still the same?
I think it should be updated,
032723 JJB.
yeah. Hopefully. It'll update. Good 4 minutes there. I tried to slow down the flow a little bit. Actually, wait. I might be.
Are you sharing something?
No, I think, so, you know how, like, if you were to play it again, kind of scoops when it's the
Right.
bottom, I kind of leveled that out. I don't think I pushed that through yet, but see, we're kind of like zoom up, like, that's more like, doesn't scoop anymore, so I can push that in. Wow, that's good.
Or you just want to jump on Zoom and share your screen?
I found something. Just like Javier has, just like what Dr. Hammond said. Look at this. The next step would be for you to make the dot dashes smaller and for you to really put like the boat comes here into the canal. It wasn't done over the river or over the dam, so it needs to come here.
Okay.
And then also come through the other canal.
Can the boat go over the docks too? 'Cause it-
Yeah.
It can go through, yeah, it goes through. I think it's too high. I can make it lower and, you know,
You should be able to lower the docks.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Mm.
This ending is very satisfying.
It's so simple too. All it does is the coal just goes under the map.
Yeah, it seems like you can bring the junior, adjust the path. Just bring the Z axis of the path down.
Mhm.
And that should, kind of like, I think you can get it at the bottom of the boat, might work. So it kind of skirts the surface, it might work, just getting that Z axis lined up at the bottom of the boat.
With the coal or the zinc.
Where's your coal, is your coal sitting in the bottom of the boat, or? You could kind of floating, stop just, like, you get your Z axis. Can you go back to the end, Andrew?
Could you make the boat look like it's coming up?
Wait, what?
Well, the boat's getting lighter, right?
Oh, that's too much.
Positive. Yeah, so if you bring the Z axis right here where the dotted line,
Mhm.
you know, so this is gonna be your, I think this, again, I don't know where your X, Y, and Z is.
Right.
Boat itself, but the Z should kind of line up
With the
with
gray.
the bottom of the boat, and then it should give you the appearance of it skirting right on.
Okay.
So, Also, you, can you go back just a little bit?
I gotta play everything.
Yeah, sorry. It's just a minor, very minor fix.
Yeah.
I think you put this as a quick fix. I'll tell you when the pause feature.
Oh, the canal is flowing here. So you should also try to do your best to put the canal 2D or 3D plane object touching the water objects.
Me what?
This is floating over. When or maybe
That, okay, yeah.
or there it's two ways. Either you change how the objects are, set up.
Yeah.
Or you make the illusion with the camera, so you don't pull it to show. So
Okay.
do like this,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
You need to choose one.
Can you bring it in so like pause it like where you can see all three things with the pull? Right there, stop. Oh, right before that.
Wait, what do you wanna do again?
Oh, right there, right before it drops. I want to show. You can't pause, it might be easier to show you in Unity.
Yeah, in minutes, we can do that.
Yeah.
See, John, like the,
But like, what I was seeing is you have three batches of pull,
Okay,
but there was one angle at it. The middle batch of pull is just kind of hanging over suspended air.
mhm. Wait.
So, it's, yeah.
Oh, yeah, right there.
Exactly,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
suspended.
yeah.
So it's very minor. I
Okay.
caught it.
Yeah.
If you just lower that one a little bit.
Okay, yeah.
Fine.
But when you rebuild the boat, right, that'll all change.
Yeah,
that-
yeah. That's fine. Yeah, Tom's right.
How many times, how many times does a boat appear, whenever I get this new boat made, which might take me a little bit, I'm just kind of doing that on the side. It's not a priority right yet. How many times would I have to like change that throughout?
change, the animation.
Because everything will have to change, like. I mean, for this, it would be, actually, I don't know how to do it.
By putting a new boat, I think you need to do everything again because the values. Yeah. So I understand what Jonah is asking. We need to make it more effective so he doesn't redo all the time.
I don't think it'd be too hard to just like get rid of that boat, put it in, but I don't know if I'm able to like translate the animations I've made to that new object, or if I'll have to do that again. I think there's probably a way I can like just pop it off and pop something back in about like, doing too much, but
One suggestion I will give to you for you to start with is like, try to keep the same dimensions of this original game object along the way from the first frame until the last one. Because in this case, animation takes every number in consideration. So if you put a new boat that is slightly larger, the values are gonna be different and it's gonna feel clunky.
Yeah.
So don't think about scale, real scale.
just focus on-
Replace the brown boat, but like use the same values. That is more likely to be successful than.
Okay, do you have like I assume it's probably in Unity like packages, like the actual 3D object file, like for the
Boat?
boat itself, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Because I know when I was animating it, there were 3 parts, like,
oh, so that's good. I don't recall what it is, but let's take a look.
boat shell. Might be just all the same thing.
And also we can click here. Oops, mine should be. So it's both shell.
Yeah.
Yeah, both shell. This one is being used.
would it be cool if like? Just a thought, like with the zinc itself isn't like affected by gravity. So like what if like, that shouldn't be too bad, but like. Once I get like the new boat, whatever, so for the coal, it would look more natural, like the coal would move as the boat would move, kind of, and like nothing would be floating and stuff, like. Wait, say that again? So like, the way the coal is set up right now, it's like, like Dr. Watson, it's kind of like floating there. It's not affected by gravity. So like if we were to lift this all up and start play, it's just gonna float. It's not, it doesn't have a gravity portion to it, which again isn't too bad because I know how to change the gravity.
So let me tell you what happened in real life. They built these canal boats, they were overfilling.
Oh, okay.
And as they went down the river, the coal fell out and got into the river.
Mhm.
And if you hear the stories of the old timers, when I started, I don't know if any people are still living today, but 20 years ago, when 20 some odd years ago, I started my job here. We talked to the old timers. So yeah, when I was a kid, I went swimming in the Lehigh River, and we came out all black from all the coal dust that was in the Lehigh River. So what happened in reality was the little pieces of coal was coming off the boat as it went down the river.
Gets into the
And-
sediments and then
and
you
the
train
same-
up the sediments when you're
Yeah.
swimming
And
around.
the same thing happened with the train. They filled them up so high as the train went. So when you go to the Lehigh Gap Nature Center and go on the hike on the LNE trail where the rail line used to go, you can still pick up coal pieces on those rail beds.
So would you say like making it like that realistic? Like if you were to somehow like put the coal in the water, let it flow, that might be too much.
The resolution should be very high.
Yeah.
Artificial.
Yeah, small kind of tough.
Yeah.
I would say if you could do it, if it's quick and easy, then it's quick and easy, and you say, oh, let me take about 10 minutes and see if I can make that happen, and you think it's gonna happen, then that'd be kind of cool, but again, it's one of those nice houses,
Yeah.
don't worry
Yeah.
about it.
If we have time.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, you wouldn't have like big chunks like that falling off, there's really more,
Yeah.
they're smaller pieces. Yeah, and I agree with you. Probably what's gonna happen is once you get the new boat in there, you probably have to just redo the animation. Since you've gone through the process.
Yeah, again, it should be like.
It'd be too hard to do.
Yeah.
You should share that in our meeting notes because we can use them. But for
I
now,
wasn't sure if it would fit or not for that,
like for now, this would entail a redesign of everything, so it's not the fastest, right?
yeah,
But this is great to know, and like, please definitely put in the meeting notes.
okay.
Because next time we need to do something similar, we know that we can go to this one.
All right, so great discussion, great work, Kavya and Jonah. Anything else that you want to show from your past week, John?
Again, I've been working on, I've been trying to learn Blender as I do it. It's just something I've always, kind of wanted. It's basically, does your 3D objects are, you can like sculpt it, make it something, make it the way you want and stuff. And if, if I did it this way, there'd be no like, you don't have to like cite it, it's me. And I feel like it shouldn't be too hard, but it's also a cool way. They use Blender a lot, directly with Unity half the time, so I think it'd be useful to have, make like objects that we need.
Was it the rail car or the boat that we had Daphne's birthday on it?
It's the canal boat that he's using
Yeah,
from 2B, 2A. But that canal boat is a 2D,
that's too
and he's
neat.
gonna be 2A. And we should make sure that the Easter egg is also there.
The Easter egg is, yeah, so there are numbers on the canal boats, yeah. And when we put in the game an Easter egg, it'd be Daphne's birthday, those numbers, so when you take a look at the canal boat in the game, you'll see the number on it. And if you could just put the number on there, that in the right spot.
Okay, yeah.
You may not even see it, it goes down.
It's still fun anyway.
It's one of the Easter eggs
Yeah.
in there.
We have a VR headset, on, you could probably be like.
Four
Yeah,
numbers,
yeah.
the month, day.
All right. So. Next up, I'm gonna go to Sean Yu. You said you did some work on the video tutorial.
So I uploaded the video in the drive. And if you can just go to the drive and see the video. So I have updated puzzle 1, 2, and 2 and 3 because I realized with A version I haven't student the old one. So it is super hard for you to get a box into the corners. So I only updated for the one. Is the I'll read as 203. A puzzle instruction video.
Which should we see in order?
You can see all of it has been updated. Everything was really and like it was just little here. I don't know why you don't begin after this second.
I just found something else and I apologize, I didn't find that anywhere. When he describes here, we don't have zinc bars anymore.
Okay.
We just have pebbles. So keep in mind there are anthracite holes and lots of pebbles.
So wait, so this is Joseph Wharton, right? And he's talking to us about Friedensville. Is that correct? Or? That's my understanding is that he was the person running
Yes,
the
because
zinc
we are
works.
doing zinc.
Okay, all
Right,
right,
yes.
so,
Oh, no, it's the
Doing
opposite.
anthracite.
It's the opposite. You're right. So we don't have anthracite hole here.
Yeah.
There are zinc ores and pebbles.
okay, so do we know which thing is which in that? Yeah.
Zinc, pebble A, pebble B.
Okay, all right,
The player also can see because if they hover, it shows the name.
okay. And then when I'm actually mining, I'm mostly looking at color, right? There's green, there's tan, there's gray.
Okay,
What corresponds with what?
no. So this is a wall that corresponds to the actual color of the walls in the mine. What we mine comes what's behind the wall. So these are the spoils of the mining activity. This doesn't correlate to what is there. That's what you get from breaking these colored walls.
Okay, so once I get past this colored wall, I get to another wall that is also a colored wall. Or it is the
Next one. I mean,
Next wall functionality was created a couple of years ago to allow people to be able to succeed because in one board, it was very unlikely that they would have the 30 pieces of ore. So in 2D, we are mimicking the ability of like, oh, I mine this wall here. I'm gonna go to the other one. I'm gonna go to the other one here, you know? So that's what the next wall button means.
okay, but my question is. When I smack this, right? That'll break. What do I yield out of that?
You get a pebble.
So I get these.
No,
It's
it's random.
Really?
Oh, yeah, that's right, it is
It's random.
So why do you,
That's very
the
counterintuitive.
orange or the green or the gray? Why do you use them?
Can you, all of you, can you see the background? This is a real mine in Pennsylvania. All these colors that are here,
They're behind the wall.
this one here.
Yeah.
So these colors, they are from the real colors in the mine.
I understand that, but what they represent is veins of different sorts of rocks and minerals.
That when they break off are either gonna be pebbled
Yeah,
or zinc ore?
yes.
Yeah.
What we couldn't convey is that, and I would love to have done that, but
Yeah, we wrestled. with
when we
this for a long
click and
time.
we have, just like in Candy Crush and whatever, when we click and the random thing is rendered, like showing like, oh, you got this. But because we couldn't do that, the only way that we could give it visual feedback is with the numbers increasing. And when you get the one that you're looking for, which is the first one, it highlights in yellow. Take a look there. Whenever the tutorial clicks, if you are lucky to mine something that is the goal, this one is highlighted in yellow. But if we have time to implement this, that would be very nice. So the person already clicked and they got 2 pebbles. They didn't get an anthracite.
What color was the thing they just clicked on?
Great, but it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
So if you click on those orange ones,
It doesn't matter the color. It just
Okay,
matters
so-
that it's a 3
So
sequence.
basically, I mean, we could replace those colors with pictures and we're looking for matching sets of pictures, like there's no. Anyway, okay, like understands the design choice and the colors. And but explain to me why again,
The
do we
person was
randomly
very
generate?
unlucky. This wall was terrible for them.
Why do we randomly generate what you get out of it? Why isn't it like, oh, great, you smacked. a bunch of
Because then
stuff.
that is not a game.
It's not
It's
a
a
game.
predetermined activity. The fun of the game of this genre is for you to know, like, you'll never know, it's not out of your control. You gotta be constantly successful to be able to reach the threshold.
Just note that the fun of the game is going to be working counter to the intuitiveness of. There are 3 colors, there are 3 targets. Oh, snap, the colors that I'm smacking have nothing to do with the targets.
I know, we had this, I had that same conversation last year. With the group.
So the solution would be making peace with time constraints and or spending time so we can implement the visual feedback.
And what we ended, the compromise, Tom, was, and I think the students did this, if I recall, was to make sure that you could succeed at winning the game and getting your 30 within that 3 minutes, that
Okay,
you
so
can
we-
get your that you get your 30.
So the board is randomly generated, but we can stack the algorithm, the yield algorithm
Yeah.
to make sure that you can meet your target.
Yeah, so we worked with Myra and Josie. You know, we did the feedback tests. It wasn't last summer, right? It was the summer before.
2 summers ago.
2 summers ago, and I said, no, you gotta make sure that, you know, we had that same conversation you just had, and we agreed to it, but I said, you have to make sure that within 3 minutes, someone who's just cranking away at this is gonna win. You can't have too many people lose. And I haven't played this game in a long time, so I don't know
How do you-
where it is currently.
You
You have to get the 30, you gotta get the 30 to.
like this person that, like, let's say that this is a person playing, they would lose because they didn't reach 30 zinc ores before the time went up.
What's the point of the other 2?
Track the fact that like what comes out of a mine is only, it's not like harvesting weeds,
Okay,
right?
right.
You are cracking up rocks and you
Yeah.
can't just pick and choose, oh, I only want this and that.
Yeah,
Just all the stuff comes out.
okay.
So I think what we have here is what I would describe as a crimp in the gameplay. Sort of like you're rolling out the dough or something, you've got a crimp or a crack or a bolt. It's not a must fix, but I feel like given more time and resources, it would be a go back and fix perhaps. And also, Junior, I'm wondering, like, if 30 is too hard to reach, just lower the goal. Like, why not just make it 20?
It's not
It's
hard
not-
anymore.
It's not, I don't think it's hard anymore. I think you can. within
Well,
3
because of the
minutes.
randomness but could we go back to the colors mean something? And you only need to get to 20. And that, would that allow people to win?
I think we've been through this.
All right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we went through this.
Okay.
And I think what we decided was, okay, let's leave it as is, as long as you can get your 30 within that 3 minutes of time, so people aren't losing. And again, this was a long time ago, so I hope it hasn't been changed since then. And then we agreed that we would, and we did, didn't we? Didn't we do, I can't recall it's been so long. But, we did this testing and from the night, did we have during the mountaintop summer, they played the games? And was that where that we had it programmed so that they were winning, or that's when we got the feedback and we had to make the change? And we'd have to go back in all those notes to find, right?
Yeah.
So I don't remember, but at some point before it gets released, we're gonna have to.
This is the visual feedback I prepared for any student who wanted to take a crack at doing this. Ideally, we would have something like this, but not in number. Can be the number, but it should be the ore that you got, or the mineral that you got, plus the amount that was, because the code is already there. You get a certain number of, you are stuck up with the wall, right?
No, it's just what the colors mean something, but anyway, if it's the.
What about if the first line of the tutorial say like, can you see that like I don't, yeah.
So it's like a don't judge a book by the cover thing, right? So you might have this color here on the top layer, and you crack underneath it, and you get zinc one time, and you crack underneath it again, and you get, not coal, but something different.
From a conceptual standpoint, the best way to finesse it is just somewhere in the tutorial, say something that, regardless of what you get out is a mix of products. If it involves the word mix, then I think we've successfully put a band-aid on that. Okay, so the two things to then change in that video would be, let's get coal out of there because there's no like coal. And Junior, there's no coal like icon to swap out, right? We're not worried about that. Those are just.
I already did it. Shanu and I did it.
Oh, sweet, thank you. All right, and then so remove coal from the text and just make sure to find a way to get across that when you hit something, you're getting out a mix of things. It's not, I hit the green thing, so I got all petals. Or I hit the orangey thing, so I got all whatever the mineral is.
Yeah, this needs to be explained because I understand where Dr. Hamwood is coming from, and like it's just like if most people are thinking like this, when we click in this three gray thing, I am expecting to get three.
Right, yeah.
But that would be like a toddler's game. Click, oh, I'm expanding my work. That's yeah. But we need to make sure that everybody understands that it's what's behind that is the random reward. Just like in a miner's real life, they don't know what they're getting until they lock it up.
We're trying to emulate the tedium.
Yeah, exactly. And we had this discussion with Dave too. I mean, we had the talk. I remember the talk and I remember again, I can't remember the order of the testing, but we had the game testing. And the bottom line was during the first round of testing, it was too hard to get the 30. And I know Myra and Josie were doing some coding, and the goal was so that within that 3 minute, your quote average player would get the 30, so you would be able to continue on to move with the next mini game.
But just historically speaking, if you're doing, say, mining and you're like, oh crap, I can't win, I can't get ahead, I can't beat the quote, I'd be like, that is historically accurate. Well done. That is exactly.
And then you get a plunge.
Oh, there's more here.
That keeps you.
You bust down for a reason, right?
Tennis here in boards, 16 punts, that song.
Yeah. 15 times, what do you got?
Didn't come out of nowhere.
Yeah, exactly.
It
Yeah.
didn't just kick back one day and Vince, oh, what about this scenario? No, this is the way people live. Okay, all right. Is what it is. So thank you, Xiangyu. Anything else to show?
She has other videos.
Other videos?
Yeah.
All right.
It's okay.
It's not the first part, you're not one road. Go dig up
Okay.
the original version of it. And you look at-
Did you take notes of what we should change? This is 2A. We are loading canal mode. Shanyu incorporated the feedback that we gave her last week.
That's the number, 617. See where it is? That's circle.
Are you red?
The same color, yeah.
And why not? Yeah,
Yes, that's the color as the vote.
actually.
What's the significance of this one seven?
That's the Josiah White, it's the number on that book, right?
No,
No,
it's Daphne's
Daphne's
birthday.
birthday.
Oh, okay.
Because all the canal boats were similar, but they had these numbers, so it's like,
Numbers
what,
were
let's
different.
put them something that is meaningful.
It's my daughter's birthday too. And
See,
my wife- and my
double
wife's sister-
Easter egg,
Double
my wife's
Easter egg.
sister, too.
triple Easter egg,
Yeah. And their parents'
jackpot
birthday.
Easter egg.
Wow.
Shanyu, I think you were able to really do everything we asked. It's more like it's flowing well. It's showing every component step by step, and then you play a little and everything is together. What about the other ones? Have I missed anything?
Yes. Great.
No? Oops. Going to the next one, which is quite similar.
It's a great one.
Yeah, it's a train fellow. Copies. With this. Copy need the train fellow. Right?
But I think she took notes. I said I should be as the train forward.
Yeah, you can probably put in the meeting notes to just link to the video for her.
The arch. Wait, what? Oh, wrong. No, the arch. Next video is 3B. And should you said something about 3A that did not happen again?
It's not, so when you like play it and it's just other pebbles and the pebble didn't not disappear. So I tried a lot of times and couldn't make. So it's really hard.
It's Springfield.
That was a pro move. She was like, I'm gonna use that file. This is working great. Let's just see what maybe
Great.
3A actually.
Nice job. Really nice on you.
So in Chinese version, maybe it's here as well, but it should break. Am I playing? Right, what?
This is the.
It's not, so it should be breaking. Why it's not breaking? Okay, who wants to debug code? There's even a sound for rock breaking, but it's not breaking. Why? Hmm. Here, there's a main script missing. This should have been the script that controlled the break, and it's not there. I'm sorry about
How
the.
did it get missed? That's been there forever.
No, sometimes when you export scenes or whatever, like game scripts are lost. So yeah,
Hmm. Seems odd.
we've done this a lot of times last summer because there was a lot of manual exporting. So I guess I can have Jessica help us with this. Because she's familiar with the project, with the hierarchy, and I can tell her that 3A is not working because the destroy thing is not there. Shanyu, anything else? Where is the meeting notes? Have we, do we have anything from Nate? Like this is what he's found, which is good for us to use in the future.
Most people haven't seen that, but
Oh,
Right.
so Nate has taken over the website for us. Because like for countless times, people like, oh, what do you do or whatever, and then we never could share quickly something but our publication. But it's like not everyone likes reading publication or is used to reading publication. So makes is carrying that on. Yeah, mine had gotten a head start with like pages about the games, but it's not in this version, it's in another project
start merging.
that is here. And the Among is also giving from her design, project design document, a very human-centered approach, like really highlighting the students that came and stood with us and learned what they learned. She's also working now currently in asking, she's preparing her blurb She's gonna interview me as a very senior student, but she's also gonna interview the IVR4 students because they are quite new and it's at the beginning of a project. So we can see how the students feel and would like to do right when they get here. And at the end, before they leave, they're gonna give a little bit more feedback about their experience and learning journey, right? One of these pages examples is the immersive wayfinding. And then she prepared here. So there is a description, there is a video about the product. There are some assets of how this design was conducted and developed. There's spaces for future conference publications and presentations and posters, which is gonna be now in the Lehigh Expo, we will have our first poster. And she also put something about the story behind the scenes, like our experience here in the lab, how we learn and exchange experiences. So, yeah. Oh, Dr. Watson and Dr. Hammond are doing a cameo here in the 360 photo that when I was teaching them how to use, we were in a very serious discussion and we were having fun with the photos. All right, Nate. Forget about the site now. Are you working with Quan, right? You are meeting with him so that you both can understand the sound manager. Where is it at? For us to update the document here.
So we basically need to schedule our first meeting.
Okay,
That's where it's at,
and
And then I'm working on getting a document from the EMS to basically do Foley up and get sound effects and stuff, ambient noise, and those things. Is there a list somewhere of what you need for that stuff? Because right now I'm just going off the few things that are in my head, but I don't know if there are specific needs or wants that we want for the sound.
the best way for you to find this answer is playing. I would like you to play, and you as a sound designer, you will be like, this. There's something missing here, right? Just like last meeting, at the end of last meeting, when you shared have you ever heard the background music for the diorama? No? Let's do that again, and I'll give you an example. What, is it already checked in?
Yeah, it was technically. Yeah.
So what is the scene again, Nate?
Not combined.
Not here, yeah. So that nomenclature system is very helpful as well. So now we have background music that is from the area. We have ownership, right? Because Nate has done the contacts. But look what happens. It's still not alive. So when I said by playing, you will feel what needs to be done. Because just like we work with these visual feedbacks, the sound needs also to be some kind of like feedback for correct or incorrect inputs, or even interact if you are just clicking a very subtle block so that, oh, I'm getting feedback, right? And in this case, this scene was highlighting the background music, but once everything comes together, the background music is going to be low. So and you will feel what is the levels like for everything working together. Yeah, so for the answer for your question is play test with the head of a sound engineer and like take notes. Scene number 1, this is missing. Like I need some sound or whatever. Puzzle 1, this is missing. Puzzle 2, like puzzle 2B and stuff like that. And you also can take notes in your playtest about the sounds that can be recycled. Some sounds can be reused, and it also creates that like pattern and like familiarity. It's like a theme, the audio theme of the entire game experience. All right. You should focus, you should prioritize that instead of the equipment or the recording of the audios, because there are free what is it again? Free audio repositories that we can get these people talking in the background. Yeah, so play and have fun. What is the sound that I'm gonna put here? You can even create the background, like the sound effects if you want. So
Well, that's part of what I was planning on doing with some of that equipment, was that's, you know.
oh, you want to create with the equipment? I thought it was just recording.
No, but that's what I'm saying, Foley work, right? That's what that's called, Foley work. So you would be making up the effects and stuff like that.
Oh, cool.
There's frame whistles, but there's stuff that I've got figured out in my head already.
Oh, so we can do that. I thought the equipment was just to record ambient noise, right? But that's,
Well, I mean, that could be one part of it, but yeah,
but if the equipment is for you to create noise or sound effects, great, go
Yeah.
for that. Yeah.
there's still some equipment from my brother, I can get that for you.
All right, so we are 1 minute to the time. Dr. Hammond, Dr. Bodzi, and Dr. Pan. Final considerations.
Well, I'm going to encourage.
Oh, Jayan.
Yes, I'm
I'm so sorry, Janya. You were like behind this,
Yeah.
many people here. Let's see Janyan's spot. What is the scene again, Janyan?
The code.
What should we be looking for?
The notes.
Okay,
And later on, after the meeting, and then after you are available time to, make appointments.
all right. So this is the scene right after the diorama.
So is there anything different than what we saw on Friday?
No, that different. The only condition we would like, I would like, the group take is, how to, display the website.
All right. And we also need to do like a copy edits, just like walk through. Actually.
Right, you guys saw some typos.
Oh, yeah,
Remember
yeah,
how we said
yes,
there was some
yes, yes.
typos
Yeah,
on the
I'll
slides?
check that.
Okay.
Well, do we want to do that now? Walk through it and get some typos?
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
I gotta go get ready. to teach.
that's okay. You got to teach. We'll,
But just in terms of like what I wanted to say, with, you know, when Junior's teeing it up, just, we want to get finished off as fast as we can with like the cut scenes and the tutorials, so that we can dig into the next pieces, like, you know, we've done a lot of good refinements, but we want to, you know, try to put the section of the work to bed pretty quick. Admittedly, building the canal boat, okay, that takes a little time, you know, that's gonna maybe be a more extended thing, but I think we're fairly close to being done with this stage. And so I'd love to start digging into something new with this group, you know, like a new phase of developments before the end of the semester, so that we can have summer with someone else. Any other?
well, remember, we're not working on this over the summer.
Mhm.
So the fall, whatever, so I think wherever we stop,
Mhm.
we're going into the fall, but the summer is just all getting
Headset.
stuff in the headsets.
Okay. Well, then ticketing, you know, hitting the fall, next time we pick it up, like next leg of this. So we have some momentum for that. All right. So Junior, anything else that you're thinking about in terms of over the next week? No? All right.
I agree with what you said.
Okay. Are you in that meeting? Okay, all right. I'm gonna do-
All right, so let's go ahead and do the copy editing right now.
Janyan.
And
take
John,
notes.
you have your like Word document ready to make the edits?
So. what do you do? What-
So there's typos, and so wherever this text is, we have to change some of the text.
Like the captions.
We caught a bunch of typos.
Do you have any Word documents in order for your tracking?
Yeah,
Okay.
All right, so why don't you have that pulled up,
yes, I will.
ready to go? All right, so let's take a look.
No, I haven't checked that, yet, I'm working on the updated. But I know there are students that are more than I should share to play.
There's typos. Let's look at the text.
We are gonna read it
We're
again.
gonna read it right
to make
now
sure that we
together.
Get all of them.
Yeah, so we're gonna catch them all right now.
Okay,
So we read
so
together.
We're
So
gonna
we
read here,
make
so,
sure that everything has been proofread.
so pull up your text document. You have it ready?
Yeah.
All right, so let's start. It's amazing. We place all the pieces in the right places. Not many people do. All right, so this one's good. Which is very familiar with the history of the areas. Okay, that one's good. Thank you. I got that.
Oh, this is a new one.
All right, so see where it says thank you? I got there's two A's here. So-
Okay,
So we need
yeah.
to get rid of one of the A's.
Mhm.
All right, and then can you move your cursor, Junior?
Can you do that for us? I'm taking.
Okay,
notes.
all right.
Thank you.
I'm sure I did. I'm really interested in the history of this area. All right, so. There we go. So should I hit this one first?
It doesn't matter.
All right.
These one
So you
doesn't.
got that one, right? The double A?
Yes, I
Okay.
got that one.
All right. In the past, the environment has been significantly impacted by industrial activities.
There's a capital T there.
All right, so you see the capital T, that should be lowercase t.
Fast.
Oh, yeah.
The environment. This is why we have multiple eyes on it. Right, the environment has been significantly impacted by industrial activities.
That was a very weird place because I was reminding Johnny on that we don't take sides. We are just trying to convey what has happened. But at the same time, it needs to be there that the industrial progress that was the
Yeah.
catalyst for the destruction.
So I think this is fine, right? Jen, it's comma here is
Yeah.
fine, yeah.
Yep.
You want to know more?
Yes, I would like to see more. No, I would like to come to this.
There's a period on one thing, but not on the
All
other.
right, so here, this one here, I would like to play the diorama
Okay.
again.
And I have a semantic feedback. When we click no, we don't need to click top to bottom. When we click no, and as I would like to come visit first, it seems like, and then chat says, that's wonderful. So you don't want to, so maybe we should infer like, oh, I prefer to come visit in person, I guess, instead of putting no. Do the no track first, top to bottom. Click
This one?
no, yeah. No, and then we'll put chat. So he's celebrating that the person doesn't want to keep playing, but actually he's celebrating the person wants to go there. Yeah, so maybe we should
So we need to-
rephrase that.
So this is if he's saying no, so what, can I move back somehow?
Mhm.
No, I'm stuck. So let me start, can I keep going and start over? We also. Yeah, so this one, anyway, this one, let's keep going through this path and then we'll fix that.
Which
So,
one? Oh,
this is-
here. the
Yeah,
lowercase.
lowercase. Well,
On the previous.
Here are the opening hours. Yeah,
On the previous slide,
right, here are the opening hours.
Which one did you see, Nate?
on the previous slide, there was.
Here is, all right, never mind. That's okay.
What are you saying?
we're gonna go back to that one.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
No, but
that
I-
last one's gotta change, I think, completely. Kind of go through the path. What happens next when I click this? Does it go to the website?
Yeah, now he's gonna show first the opening hours here. And then Johnny on program to after a few seconds to open the website. And that's what she's gonna be working with me this week. We're gonna see how we can put the website in the game so that it doesn't take the user away from me.
So.
Or if you his principle, let's
Well,
make it simpler.
Well, I don't recommend having this go to the opening hours. I think because opening hours can change over time. And even I'll tell you right now, the opening hours are when volunteers are staffed. So-
It depends.
So I think, so what happened, before we change this, do we know what happens next when I click this without having to go all the way? Because I
It
can't, move-
opens the panel with the opening hours.
So we offer a variety of events to help plan a visit.
In terms of, oh, sorry for the interruption. So in terms of the opening hour, I kind of like ask all the options. They got the opening hour in both summer and the winter because they do have open different time.
I don't
I
think
do-
we should have it. open.
Okay.
No, I don't think. we
You
should.
mentioned the
But-
opening hour for the business center. And
No,
I.
no opening hours.
Because
Okay.
it changes
It
a
can
lot.
change, it
based
can
on,
change, it changed because it's based on volunteer
volunteers.
staffing.
So
So if somebody wanted to go there.
That, this sentence, but I do agree.
But
Ken.
again, keep it simple.
Yeah, okay.
My recommendation says, to help plan your visit, check out our website and then link.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, then we have to worry about opening hours and then it goes to the website. And then let the website try. So,
Check out our website instead of.
yeah, check out our website. That's all it has to say. So to help plan your visit, check out our website.
So we also offer a variety of events for children to enjoy and engage in, to plan your visits,
To help plan your visit,
to help your plan your visit. And
check out our website.
LGNC.org.
Yeah, that's still.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so let's see what happens here. All right, and so this will disappear. Because, all right, okay, so that there was a lot of typos there. I'll just go right to the website.
So should we still pursue this idea she had
so-
about we putting the website inside the game?
Let's, all right, so with the link, let's link this to this address,
Yes.
lgnc.org. Before it was
okay.
going to the events, right? So let's just go to the main page.
Oh, what if instead of opening the website instantaneously, we put that as a link, and if the person wants to click,
they can click.
they can open in another window. So there is the game window, but another tab with the LGMC.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, we could do that for desktop
Let's-
VR.
yeah.
That's fine. Yeah,
Let's do that. It's gonna be easier, I guess.
yeah, because all the events are here too, on the main page. They're
Okay.
listed here, so the main page is fine.
It's a link to their main page.
Yeah, LGNC. I have to put the whole web address in. All right, so now we need to go back, right? So I minimize the screen and,
Yeah, that we won't be anymore, so.
all right, so this will be, all right, that's gone. We don't need that. All right, so how do we need to start this over again? Because there are all these option choices, right?
Okay,
So how do I start that?
play again and once to stop and then play it again.
That one. And then we hit thank you the last time, right?
No, the first one doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter?
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right, so either one takes me here.
Mhm.
All right, so we got that one. All right. You want to know more? All right, so what we did was we did the no, right?
Yeah.
That was, all right, but we
that
got,
was the last.
all right, so where it says no, I'd like to come visit. This needs to change.
Okay.
All right, so let's see what we want to, no, oh, that was me, I was trying to think here. All right, no, it said what? No, I don't want to come visit.
No, I prefer to come visit in
In
person.
person. I would, yeah, actually,
You want to
here's the,
learn,
just one, like it's the script, so you can see.
no, I would like to come would you like to learn more? And the player says, no, I'd like to come visit in person.
Yeah, and then check say that.
And that was okay, right? What was the issue? If we haven't.
I don't know, I have this weird feeling that we say no, and then he says, that's wonderful,
Okay, so, no, I'd like to come.
I see.
I
Maybe
think
we
they
can,
wanted to be excited that they wanted to come. I
Yeah.
think there was not an option to not do anything.
All right, so let's look
What
at,
about if we remove the no from that option?
Yeah,
so
let's
there
just
will
go,
be yes.
you
You want, what do you think?
I think because all of them have a different,
Yeah.
right?
let's go take a look at those three options again.
You can play and unplay just for us to go
Okay.
back already.
Okay.
Either way,
There's one, yeah.
and that will lead you to the option for yes and no.
Do you want to know more?
You click
Yes, I would like
yes.
to play more. I'd rather come to visit in person.
I think I'd rather come visit in person would be a nice,
What was the prompt right before we got this? What did it say?
If you'd like to learn more.
Would you like to learn more?
Yeah,
Uh. What
Uh,
happens if you say, and if you say, I'd like to learn more, then it kind of goes through this whole thing about the Lehigh Gap?
it takes us to this area here. With the emphasis on the wall with the three
Yeah.
photos. And then they can click and they can read the story on the three photos.
like this.
Yeah, she has the mock design here.
I'd like, okay, I'd like to see more. Okay, so why don't we just get rid of the word no? So it just says, yes, I'd like to see more. I would like to come, we can get rid of two, say, I would like to come visit in person.
I would like to find you in person.
I would like to come visit in person. And then I would like to play the diorama again. We gotta get the in here. Like,
Should we put an exclamation mark in the one? I would like to come visit in person. Yay, that's wonderful.
and then the other thing, GI and so we just need to make this consistent, either everything has a period or everything doesn't have a period.
Okay, yeah,
Which one
thank
do we
you.
go with? Right, you want periods or no periods?
I think we should put the punctuation mark because they can communicate.
All right,
A lot.
so just make sure we have a period at the
Okay.
end. So now say, I would like to come visit in person, right? So
I would
get rid
like
of
to
the-
come visit in person.
so we get rid of the two here, get rid of the no comma, add a period. And then say, I would like to play the, put a the between play and diorama again, and then add a period. All right, so now if we hit the
The first one.
so we're done with this one now, right? And so now it says I like it makes sense, right? All right, so yes, I would like to see more.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, we think everybody knows what it is.
No, I was thinking about.
Yeah.
And should we say the kid that can read or this area?
The landscape.
It's funny because we refer to it as, yeah, the environment's good.
Mm.
Here's a photo showing how the environment recovered. That's good because you've learned about the environment. When you're there, we talk to this as being the outside, as being the nature center, but a lot of people think about physical buildings, so that would confuse people. Here are some photos showing how the environment recovered. All right, just replace it with the environment. Got it?
Got it.
All right. You can find more information by clicking those. Right under the- Let's change those to the, so by clicking the yellow notes under the picture, so we can remove the right, that can go away, but right. It says you can find more information by clicking the yellow notes under the pictures.
Oh, yeah.
The yellow instead of those.
Yeah, so change.
Okay.
Yep. You got it, John? All right. And that's the first one.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like a weird hybrid. It's not what you think.
Did these do something?
You gotta click first. Yeah.
I'm already doing my work.
But that's also user testing. So how should we improve this transition, Dr. Bond? Maybe we should Oh, gosh. Can you play it again, please?
Maybe instead of an arrow to continue.
We really need to run a full prototype user testing with this game because in terms of the dialogues, we only prototype
That's not why we're
discussers.
doing it. We're just looking at that.
No, I mean like, but we need this because
Oh, yeah.
what people will give us what we really need, right?
Because, you know, I can click here. Yeah, because I intuitively went to click the,
Should we put an animation like that? This arrow should be like pulsating or whatever to call the attention. Here, stop. So Dr. Bosing has like, if I click the yellow nodes, because we are telling them by clicking the yellow nodes, so he was clicking, but he was not getting the feedback that he expected because we still had a condition here.
Yeah,
So how do we solve this problem?
but nobody told me to go back and click.
no, I intuitively, it told me to click, so I just want to click here, but that's
Right.
not. So I need it, but I need to go here. So that's the problem. The environment, and then when you go to the next one, it just automatically,
Let me take a snapshot.
yeah, I don't know how the easy solution.
Let me take a snapshot of this one because then I can think the giant one.
Yeah,
Does it come back here?
no, that's the.
So then
problem.
change that.
But I have a, yes, well, actually.
A go button or something.
Hmm. Go ahead, Junior, and let's let's click on, let's move forward.
Here?
Yeah, go ahead and click on.
Just remember, Dr. Bosing tried to click. here
Yeah,
because-
but it's all right, we might, go ahead and just click that for a second. All right, so here's the solution. I have a solution. That last sentence, where it says, click on the yellow pictures. What we do is, let me go back and then I'll start again. I'll tell you, I have.
You
the
can find more
solution.
information in the note right under
Can
the
you-
picture.
Can you program it, like if we move the text in the last line and the preceding into a box here. And then. Can they then click these? If we're just moving a text box here. That gives you the instructions, click on the yellow note under the picture.
I gotta check with our expert, Shanyu, our fungus expert. So Dr. Bosing is asking if we had a same dialog box here that has the continue button. If we
Get rid of the continue button, right? And if the prompt says,
click here, out in
click
the
on-
background,
if the box says, click on the yellow box under the pictures to learn more. Can we do that?
I guess we can do that.
and then once we click one of these,
Because right now when
we
you
hide.
it'll, and then it could hide the box. If I click here, this pops up and then the box would hide.
What is that?
All right,
What do you
so,
want?
I'm gonna start from the beginning and show you the whole thing. Show you the problem and then kind of suggest the solution. Bye, Jen.
Yeah, no, meeting on Monday, right?
Which
Or are
one?
you meeting on this Monday?
Today's
Week from
Sunday.
today?
Yeah,
Okay, I wasn't sure.
We are having a meeting, right?
yeah, Lehi's in classes, yeah,
Okay,
he's
very
coming in, yeah,
But like, yeah, I'm gonna record
yeah.
if you cannot come. Okay.
The only one business.
Have a good, school break, Jen.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes, right, okay, so you get to this right here and it says, here are some photos, and then you click, and then what it does is gonna display another batch of text.
Mhm.
All right, so what I'm suggesting is we change this so that when you click,
Mhm.
the next scene then gives you this instruction
Mhm.
that says, click on the yellow pad underneath the picture to see more on the next screen, right? So
Yeah.
right now, when you click on this, it says you can find more. So what I'm saying is to grab that last,
Oh,
text.
yeah, that's,
Yeah.
then we,
Instead of putting here, we put in
yeah,
another
so then we
box.
put that text onto a new box that
Yeah.
pops up here.
Yeah.
So that text goes here,
Mhm.
And then when you click on the yellow right
Invite
here,
Chad in the box.
then that box will get hidden.
Yeah,
We can do that?
yeah, we can do that.
All right, that's what we want to
So
do.
you're thinking in case they missed it and didn't read it there, when they get to the screen, they're not just stuck on the.
Well, the
screen.
problem, the problem is, this error right now. It's not, the instructions say click on this spot yellow thing, but
Oh,
you can't. You have to move forward to another one. So if we just move that text to the next one.
Can you close it real quick? And also by having Chad with that box, we only like click on the yellow nodes to learn more. It's just like we still have the prompt in this scene.
Mhm,
Like we are not relying like, do you still remember watching?
Yeah.
You know, it's always here.
mhm.
But then how do we move from here? Do we need to have a checkbox like they click here, and they are ready to go? How do we allow them to go from this to the final scene, which is outside the door?
There is one possible one, but I wasn't sure because I haven't tested this one yet. But like for our previous video, we used this one as called like variable.
Mhm.
So we said like if they click that yellow, the first yellow patch, they got like 1 point, and they click second, they got another 1 point, and when the score goes for 3,
Three,
they all like appear in different, like
instead of showing
It's
that
like, well,
same
actually-
thing, we can show like you now
Yeah,
next to
you
it.
can like you can go next thing, or you can just like,
Okay,
so you can use variable here.
That's
I'm
nice.
pretty sure that can.
I know what she's talking about.
Yeah,
Basically keeping score, so.
Yeah.
Can you give them an option to look again if they want to, or move on if they're ready? Is that,
Based on that, can we?
like, if they look at all three and they want to go back.
Because we
and-
only
and
count
go-
3 points.
Is that an option or?
This is interesting. So should we still leave, like, can you click one of them, please, Dr. Barton? So you click the first one, you saw, you played, you zoomed in, zoomed out. When you click X, what if we made the interactability disappear? So just like, it shows the progression. You saw one, like click the X button now. If you click that one, disappeared. So you cannot
Oh.
interact anymore.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because as they interact with one and see, oh, it disappeared, I need to communicate, I need to interact with the other two.
All you need to do is just remove the note.
Yeah,
With the picture, just remove the yellow.
the yellow thing.
The yellow
Okay.
thing.
If we remove the yellow thing, how do they know that it's actually clickable?
Because they already
If
clicked.
they click it, so once you, after you.
Oh, okay, okay.
So if you click this, so I can have to
Just
say
like
this
the
first.
yellow panel.
Yeah.
That yellow box.
Yeah. And then, right, and then,
And this is also a way for us to invite them to see in person because they will not be able to do it
and
again
then,
by
and then when
playing.
you hit that X, the code when it hits the X, when you exit out. Then this
disappears.
disappears and you can't make this clickable anymore.
Okay.
Yeah, that'll work.
is there like an order you want them to follow?
No,
Like, okay,
any order is fine.
Anywhere. So just that whenever they X out, click here, so as soon as you X out of something, then the corresponding yellow tab will disappear.
And once the three of them disappear, we know that we are going to be showing the next line for us to
Yeah.
continue.
Yeah.
That's what I was just gonna ask, what's the behavior when they complete it?
All right, so we
That
can,
sounds great.
let's finish that in these last 3 text boxes. Yeah. All right, are you ready? All right, so, let's remove here. This can go away. So it says for more than half a century, the north side of the mountain, Lehigh Gap was barren. This can go away.
Oh, but this text is it's the same that it has there. So are you making it simpler?
Yes,
Okay.
we're doing the edits because I just blew it up, so we're gonna have to,
Give me 1 second.
yeah, it's the same, this is the same text right here. So we're gonna,
No, I mean, this text that Shani wrote here is the one that really is in the photos and the Lehigh Gap Nature Center.
really?
Yes, and Chad said on Friday that there is a typo in the one in the middle, so we are fixing that in the game.
Yeah, we're gonna edit this a little bit.
So it's gonna be our simplified version.
Yeah,
That's
right,
okay,
it's,
yeah.
it's fine, it's
Okay.
fine. Yeah, the north side of the mountain top. Yeah, the thing is, I understand why he has it there because you're physically there reading it, but if you're in a virtual thing, you're not physically there, right? So let's get rid of this,
Get rid of the here.
here, yeah, get rid of that.
Although if you're immersed in the experience, aren't we supposed to feel like you're there?
But we shouldn't assume anything. We should
No.
always try to make it as
Yeah.
simple as possible
It's gonna
and
be
effective.
simplified, yeah. Let's push it forward. No planting, the fungi. All right, so you have an extra space here. So you see how
Yeah,
that
I-
has to do?
I see.
All right. The only things living at the time are stuff. All right, so that's fine. Give that extra space. X. All right, this one.
Here. Very.
Yeah,
Here.
so
Yeah.
prairie,
That's the thing that leads
that
that.
one, you know how to spell prairie correctly?
Yeah, I see.
Okay,
I saw your notes.
yeah,
There's-
okay, yeah, and,
There's extra space before this and after this,
yeah,
Oh, these.
here,
Okay.
yeah, it's an extra
and
space.
after this, yeah. Yeah,
Yeah, and,
I think maybe
Here,
it's because
too.
it's justified, so.
yeah, it might be justified, so yeah, just check the
And they also have to do
justification.
Yeah.
Yeah, so not a big deal if it's justified, just kind of sticks out,
Okay.
but if it is justified, it's justified.
can we just highlight where both some like key information we want them to focus, because like for me, I feel like that was too much for me to rate.
Yeah, that's black and white. black and
Yeah,
white.
I just want.
So that's your call, Dr. Boyd.
Yeah, I'll leave it up to you all if you want to.
We're playing
You
volleyball.
guys decide. I have no strong opinions one way or the other about that. Yeah, I agree, it is text heavy, but it is what it is. These worms using graphs instead. All right, so this was quantities, right? So did you get that typo right here?
Yeah.
Quantities.
Mhm.
Okay, so that one rest is good. And then this one. You see, this is not justified, this is centered.
Yeah.
So whatever, it should be consistent, whatever you do on the programming. I mean, the first one I thought looked justified. So just take note in the programming, but just make it consistent.
Okay.
Because. And I have no strong opinion one way or the other. It should be justified or centered, just as long as it's consistent.
Mantis with a D.
No,
Mantids.
Mantids, it might be right, though. Yeah, let me just do a check, yeah, that's fine.
Praying mantis has a D in period form.
Mantids, they're man, I think that's correct, actually. It's a,
Hey, science.
Are you really sure, like, it's,
yeah.
this is also
Mantids,
a
yeah.
very common enemy in RPG games, so praying mantis
But I think it's the plural.
doesn't have
that they're
D.
doing.
The plural is mantises,
Is it?
yeah.
Or are they talking about different varieties of mantis?
Yeah, because mantids are, let me see,
The D
Yeah.
comes from the scientific name, the family of the Mantidae.
Yeah.
I have a question based on grammar, better grammar. So for the mice, that is a singular, and deer is a singular, and rabbit, sparrow, sow is not singular. Is like mice and
No,
deer.
deer is plural.
Deer,
yeah.
so mice is also plural.
Mice is plural of mouse.
Oh.
Yeah,
Mice.
deer is the irregular plural that it's the same as a singular.
Ooh.
yeah, mantids is, it's fine, yeah.
Where are you seeing that?
I'm on a website, it's UC IPM. It's an
I've seen on
education.
National Geographic.
Yeah, mantids. I've heard it called mantids before. Yeah, yeah, it's fine.
I have two.
Yeah, it's fine. Maybe we can leave it at
This
Nancy.
is a question for ChatGPT.
No, no,
Oh,
no.
the first one I'm seeing here, it's from UCANR. Is that the one?
Yeah, I think that's where I'm at.
I wanna see when they published that.
Yeah, no, it's fine. I've heard Nancy too, so. I think Nancy was,
It's outdated, 2020.
it's fine.
It's not fine, Dr. Watson.
I'm gonna make a call here. This one's fine.
It did not trigger my rusty old associate biology degree.
Yeah, that's fine. Are there anything else we have to look at, or is that it?
Joanna,
I think that's it.
All right, excellent. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Got it done. Excellent. All right. Look,
the data doesn't lie. The most used since the 1800s until 2019 is
You mentioned the no
without
option. So we take off the no, and I would like to come visit
the-
in
they-
person,
they
right?
don't know what they're
I'd like to
talking about.
come visit here in person, right? Is that-
Visit or visiting.
Let me see.
Yeah, just the automatic
Which one?
checking it. Says
I would like to come visit in person.
visit in.
Visit. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Can we just remove like 10 minutes after? I got a meeting guys.
Pick up some.
So I want you to do this, move it down.
Yeah, move it down, so maybe it's thrown into the, yeah.
Is it enough?
I get
315?
315 shoot, the other one is also on me.
Is it you?
Yeah, you sound like you have,
Oh, good. So it's fine. So would you like to start at 315 or a little later?
a 315 is fine for me now.
Mhm.
The previous one, I agree, that was a little.
Yeah,
Too like, too short of me,
all right.
yeah.
Okay, that was easy.
I was trying to like block good three together, but it doesn't mean, it doesn't allow me to do three. So
Really?
if I click the first one and second one, the other two, I think you have like 4 blocks over there, right? And the other two just disappear.
Disappeared. So maybe it's a configuration that I did.
I guess it's just when you are setting it, when you like. Yeah, when you are.
Yeah, when we are starting the booking page.
Yeah, when you are, when the booking page is, you have a one like goes down. Like, the
Here,
schedule,
no, so I can put more.
yeah,
3. That's
yeah.
1 hour. It's
Yeah, that
fine.
was on hour is like the maximum.
Oh, no, this is for me. No, I can have much more. So there, I shouldn't have anything. I thought it was for the same person. No, it shouldn't have any limits here.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks for this feedback as
Yeah,
well.
there's another one too, is like you can just schedule a time block. So you can allow them to pick an hour for during those time block.
Oh, okay, so what's happening here, like, this is not the way it should be, right?
Oh, no, this is the way it should be.
But like, for example, here, I don't have like individual time blocks for them to click. They need to go to the page.
Yeah, they will go to page and select the time block that works for them.
Yeah, so this is how it's looking like.
Yeah,
But is this what you're talking about, or you were saying that we can have something like more specific on the booking, the calendar page?
I don't know, like if we go to edit, please. Oh, you already saw this one, okay. So I think it's like appointment duration is 20 minutes. Is that, it's 20 minutes, so the maximum, oh, I know.
Can you see here, when I'm here, it shows the
Right,
the amount of
okay.
possible appointments I have.
I got it. So it like automatically help you schedule like for the 20 minutes block. It's now like on Google, I think on Google, it's like you can select pick whenever you want in a whole time block.
I see.
Yeah,
So I need this to make sure that I want the 20 minutes block, I want to use as a means of helping everyone, including the students, to like, oh, if I just have a question,
Yeah.
20 minutes is enough.
Yeah.
If I need to do something with junior, like 40 minutes, nice. If there's something that is problematic, 1 hour is enough. Well, we need 1 hour, right? Because you know me, I love talking and
Right.
teaching whatever is out of script, but there's many students.
Would it be helpful for you to add another something like, because if you post sessions and you need more time? On the. booking
Oh,
page?
yes,
Because I don't know until you tell me about that one. Yeah, fine.
I think it's the
The
next
next
one
one,
here.
yeah, because there's like. Add something.
We're going to the community.
Okay.
We're leaving Friday, coming back Monday.
All right,
So I might need to.
June 3.
okay, that'd be fine, totally get it, it's holiday weekend, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
1 hour.
Yep.
yeah,
Needed.
yeah, I know Jen's got off and, yeah,
Only 1 day, right?
Yeah. If you don't want it.
So I think sessions combined
They,
on the
they
same-
start on Wednesday, yeah, and they don't have to come back and go Tuesday next week.
Wednesday to Tuesday.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I can understand it. A lot of some,
It's cute.
Hi.
He's just like ugly without.
I was gonna call you in a few minutes. I'm in the lab and I'm packing up right now. Yeah, when we kind of ended the session, we had some text they do and I wanted to knock it out with the students. And when I get home, I kind of want to, it's gonna be daylight, I kind of want to try to get that those twigs up before I eat.
The booking page won't show up in my.
Okay, glad wanted to tell you
If
that.
I share the calendar.
Okay, yeah,
Wait,
yes.
say that
So-
again.
If you have those booking pages like set up and.
I haven't really thought about it yet.
Calendar and you look at this calendar, you're not able to.
Okay.
see this.
Oh,
You only see this one.
what I do is, because like, let's imagine that this is your, Dr. Loden. This is on me here in the lab. Bye, Nate.
Bye,
Thank
Nate.
you. What I do is in my calendar, I write.
Yeah, let me,
for each
I gotta look at
of
my
like,
calendar and then I'll be able
appointments from
to.
the other. Because I only receive here if someone scheduled with me.
It's a little different.
Yeah, I'm thinking, really, I thought Mother's Day was this weekend.
Please, pull up a chair and whatever. Really?
Oh, it's that late. Really, I thought it was that'd be the ninth.
Do you wanna grow up, like, go?
I don't know. Let me look at a calendar before I say anything, okay?
Looking here. So on my calendar. It looks like.
All right, no, well,
It has. those-
yeah, let me get out of the lab into the car. I'll be home. We can look at it at dinner after dinner or something.
When I was speaking on our calendar.
You want me, you want, oh, all right, well, hold on. Let me put you on speaker and look at my calendar. All right, hold on. All right.
Yeah, because Mother's Day is the second Monday of the month, and of course, the 30th of April is Sunday. Sorry, second Sunday of the month, yeah, so you're gonna be with your mom on Mother's Day.
Oh, you like the option for people who shared this.
What?
review, they could see all.
You're
the
in
data
April.
find-
Okay, May,
May 14th,
And why do I have?
going
my-
Friday, Saturday, Sunday on your calendar.
all right, I got you. Okay, all right, I'm with you. All right, so,
So you'd like to have this,
Maybe
like,
because I let
going
them
in.
know that would be okay, because of the cats would be fine, so.
well, I think I'm gonna have to come back Sunday for sure then on Mother's Day. And if I do like a lunch or something, because we have Hannaberry scheduled to come in.
Not on the calendar.
It's on my calendar, May 8th. Oh, sorry, that's the week after.
Wrong.
All right, hold on.
Oh,
so I think the so.
Yeah, I mean, if you leave Monday,
We should be scheduling on this.
I mean, if I need to,
Because this is the one that we-
I don't know either. I haven't really got that far. I mean, if it's a lunch or a brunch, then, I can drive back in the afternoon or early evening, no problem.
Or do you have the? Marsupial?
always sort of thinking about planning what you want to do, just if you want
Right.
to eat out,
Yeah,
you'll need a reservation.
So it's not. showing.
I doubt we'll eat out. We'll probably, knowing them, we'd probably do something like a salmon Pete's maybe,
Okay,
would be I mean, I don't know. I haven't really talked about it. I mean, it's not on my radar.
We don't want to do anything in the evening because the kids have school in the morning too, so.
Yeah.
So wait, so, all right.
So anyway, yeah, I mean, do what you gotta do.
That I could
Yeah,
do so
because
far
occasionally
is
we go on
because
Sunday, but I don't want to
even
do
with our
that, so that's
staffing,
fine.
I have been putting, imagine I'm saying the email you send, like.
Right,
the booking
and so if I, and like I said, if I have
page,
to, get up Monday morning and leave after decent
everyone
rush
can
hour,
see it,
come
but
home, I
you
can
don't
do that.
like. It
Yeah, I
changes
mean, it looks like
every
either way would
week, so you
fine.
just know.
Yeah, I think I was thinking of driving down,
So far, I was hearing the.
in the morning of that Friday, probably. Yeah. Yeah.
When you were coming back, so.
Yeah, okay, okay.
I love you.
Love you.
Well, I'm gonna need that, I guess, to bring.
If you want, go ahead. Like I said, I want to get home and I want to try, need like a 20 minutes, half hour out in the yard.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll put this and then I'll go down and eat something. So I'm hungry.
All right, go ahead. All right, bye.
Love you.
Love you too.
Yeah, this is one of the.
Okay, so I'm gonna check in the settings. If there is an option, a new option here talking about,
It's like the road. This is one.
okay,
This is, it's not like.
yeah, they are doing a terrible job.
Have a good day, everybody. Evening. Yes.
Good evening, Dr. Rossi.
Thanks.
Please drive.
You know,
Mhm.
I just really think that I.
Remember when you first talked about that you triggered another idea? I'm gonna show you what it is. So this is how the booking page works, but it's not helping you want what you want. What I saw from Google is that, for instance, I can manually create appointment schedules. But then this is. Wait,
I can also do that, I guess.
but it's not showing to others.
Yeah, it's not showing color.
Oh no.
I think we put that into.
Oh, I know.
Well,
Here, we need to search for that specific thing and then you see. Go to yours, let's take a look. But that's not intuitive at all as well. You need to search for the people and then you put the calendar that you have the booking page.
well, I guess I will just use you and design.
But Johnny, and I don't have this. You need to put here the calendar that has, for example, let me show you on mine.
No,
I wanna see these lots, like this one I put myself. Well, let's say that wasn't here. If I type here, in river, it should show me, but it's not showing me.
you know, like if I type here. River, it's not showing you.
What's the problem, I think?
Because Shanyu would like to, because she has also a booking page for her work.
Oh, okay.
But then it's very problematic for her to be sharing the link all the time. It will be much easier. We have this unique link. If it appeared in the calendar, so the person knows, and even herself, when this is, because for example, here, I have a reminder for me, but I am the creator of this booking page for you and the other students.
Yeah.
But like, even myself, I don't know, like, I just know because I put here appointment slots. And we would like,
No,
this,
we will see those appointments.
Yeah, well, like other people also.
we would like to see this all the time that is
I can
available.
see on Tuesday, but I'm not seeing any appointment on Thursday.
It's because
No.
other
But
people.
on Wednesday,
No, it is because what you see is like where we have already made appointments. If the
Yeah.
slot is still open, empty, waiting for other people to.
It doesn't show.
It doesn't show.
We wanted to show this
Yeah.
availability for you as well.
Yeah,
So you don't have to
Oh.
click the link, you know,
yeah.
But
So
you-
every time I kind of like click the link.
you have to click the link.
But I also tried to click the link today and the link does not working. So it shows that no.
Try
funding
clicking
page.
again because Sean, you just gave me feedback and I
no,
improved that.
it also because like if you just update, sometimes the link will change. So the link I sent out each way is different link. because I created different things.
Oh, but you create a
Yeah,
different all the time. I have only one source. Take a look here. I only have this river support with Junior. It's the same forever. So,
That should be.
So that's the link. That's when you get back to me.
uh-huh.
the one.
Oh, it might be because when we share with you, it was like in the past. And that
Yeah.
has already been passed, and so it won't be able to share.
So you would share me again.
So does it mean that my link is also new changing?
Yeah, let me check. I think you shared me a link. When you share me the link? I forgot. You sent me a link or something? Or in IVR?
I don't remember. Oh, it's in the top of the IVR2 meeting notes.
Okay. So the link is in like VZ07. What is link?
It's different.
Yeah, it's different.
It because when you update, I guess it also updates.
Click this one, so it should not work.
No, this one should work.
It's working,
Yeah, it's working.
and I can see all
Yeah,
your.
because the link you share with her is that with the other dates, and those dates has already been passed. So it has already been expired, I
Oh.
guess.
That's important for me to know. I didn't know that.
I only thought because every time I create a different appointments page, so it uses a different link, but I don't. I saw if you are using the same one, it's gonna be
Like, I even made a copy here, like link to river calendar. Oh, no, this is not this thing.
No.
For tomorrow's, your available time, I see that Xiaomi has already booked from 4 and the 4:30 or 4, like around like
Oh,
a
nice.
4. But I can still see your available time here.
Yeah, right.
It's conflict.
Oh, Google is really not working. What's going on there?
No.
I'm going to book on your,
Let's do the following. I'm gonna cancel.
Hold on. No, it's not conflicting because ours is like between 3:15 to 4, and this is from 4.
Okay.
So that is not conflicting.
I'm going to book.
Yeah. Remember what
But you need another one. Because you wanted 1 hour, remember?
I probably couldn't make an hour. I have a class at 4:25. From like 12 to 1 and 2:15 to 3, and then I'm able to see you and then I go to class. So, the reason I can see this right now is because you remove the restriction of like 2 per day. So I can see the other ones. Yes, I know. But I guess what you can do here.
Oh, that's why you have the numbers. I thought
Yeah.
Ocean is keeping track of the week numbers, but actually it's the
Like,
invitation.
is like how many invitations we have sent out so far. If we just keeping the weeks, like it's hard for me to analyze, I recognize how many.
Yeah, you're already
Yeah.
counting, that's smart.
Yeah. I guess, I think we can, when you know, I'm not, I don't know. So this is one of the.
Yeah, so what you want, Google still doesn't give it to
Yeah.
us.
So they already do a lot of like improvement right now, instead of Doodle. Doodle only allow me to use, because I don't pay for it, I was using the free version, so I could use the same one all the time.
What bothers me with these free ones, it's the amount of advertisement that is around, and it really distracts me.
Yeah.
Julie, I'm thinking that what we are going to talk about tomorrow maybe takes the time, so I.
You can pick up to 3, yes. Yeah, thanks to Shanu, because I didn't know that was not working, so now it's working for everyone.
Okay.
And I prefer
I
because,
always appreciate for her.
yeah, so that's why we always need to work together, because we miss something that the other didn't miss. For example, here in my schedule, now I know that tomorrow my appointment dates with Lehigh River is complete. So just by taking this look very quickly, I know that it's like, I know that I cannot work on my development. I need to be here to work with every one of you. So, yeah.
Sometimes like, you don't get an appointment, it's not because like, no one. make the appointments because like they need maximum amount of students, so other time also doesn't.
Yeah, so maybe I was really missing lots of opportunities to have students ask for help because it was disappearing and I was not aware. So thank you so much.
Yeah, that's great. Shall mentioned that.
Senior, you're still on the.
Oh, yes, I am. Thank you. The bad thing about forgetting to stop the recording that I had to edit
Ah,
thousands of hours.